Bitcoin 65K on the weekly. What we need to watch for going into the close. Let's get right to it. We have a nice candle back in September. Early September, we closed almost 8% up. The very next candle, over 7% again. What if we did that this time? What could that mean? That would be very bullish. We could be looking at what's called a white soldiers pattern, which we have 3 tall real body candles, and we will need another 7-8% weekly candle. We would have to close near 68K. You can see this one, 7.7, 7.5 there. To get something similar, right, we're looking like mid 7s, we'd have to be around 68K or higher, take us right to our target, which is on the weekly right now. That's it, right? What else are we looking at? Nothing. So if we want a 3 white soldiers pattern, which is very bullish, and it's not exactly textbook because you really don't want much wick in it, but these tall real bodies, right, that's very bullish. If we could get that again, certainly closing into our kind of high time frame local high here, right, not only will we take out this previous high, but we could be knocking on the door of taking 2 consecutive weekly highs out. That would be extremely bullish. So that's what we're hoping for in 3 days, 8 hours at Sunday close. If Bitcoin could be at 68K, hold on to your butts, right? I think we could see some extreme fireworks. So that would be great. So especially off of the buy volume that we got on these low 40s, right? Look at this volume. If we move the chart up here, right? Look, there's your average in the blue. There, you look at how well above average that buy candle was. We haven't seen anything since above average, even with sells, and that would be a sign of a further breakout if we can get another one of these. But that's certainly some great buy volume and what we would want to see to kind of give us a little bit more confidence that the lows are in. So let's see, 3 white soldiers off of that volume would be, ballistically bullish. Phrase of the day. All right, so that's the weekly. What else could we be looking at? Well, look at this move back here, back from March, our highs. This upper, see the Bollinger Bands here? Upper to lower move. Look at that. Right here's our low in July, our high in March. How long did that take? I'm glad you asked. It was about just over 3 months, right? 98 days. Could we do that again? Right? That was a little bit bearish. That was a pretty bearish move, right? And that's why we've been kind of chopping around, right? It's just upper to lower move. You're not going to do a whole lot after that, right? If we can go the opposite, lower to upper move, right? What would that mean? 98 days again takes us out to, second week of December. If we did that again, right, that would get us to all-time highs. Very likely. Upper Bollinger Band right now is at 72K. You can see that our highest close is right here at 71. So upper to lower happened in 3 months. Maybe we can get a lower to upper happen. That would be also very bullish, certainly after a potential 3 white soldiers pattern on the weekly. So fingers crossed here. If we move down, right, we always want to look at bullish and bearish narratives. If we move down, we've got to hold this 21-week EMA at 61, right? That yellow line, the yellow number. Look at that, right? Yellow, right? You learned your colors by now. Yellow 21-week EMA. That's what we need to be holding. Even better, what if we don't want to move down that far? Even better would be holding the middle Bollinger Band. You can see that light purple line right there. That is also known as the 20-week SMA, simple moving average. So you don't even have to add it. It's right there. That's the upper tier of the upper Bollinger Band is even more bullish than the lower tier. Look at where we've been averaging. Prices have been averaging in this lower tier of the Bollinger Band for months, since really late June, right? The average has been under here. Look, we're just now starting to break through some bullish walls. So fingers crossed on that. Let's look at the 3-day. And why I think we discussed this earlier in our private Patreon group. So you can join that link below if you want to stay up to date on everything every day. Right? I do updates daily in there. Okay, so the 3-day chart says we might be on the horizon in the not so distant future of a little bit of a pause for maybe a few days to maybe a week or two, because we have 6 green 3-day candles in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 there. You can go back in history. It goes all the way back to, you can even look at this one, right? 6 in a row there. You have to go back to 2020 to find a scenario in which we had more than 6 consecutive green candles. Not only that, but we're coming into the upper Bollinger Band here of 65.8. The upper Bollinger Band can act as resistance just like the lower can, right? Look at this. Lower support, low support, low support. Vast majority of price action happens within the Bollinger Bands. So this should be taken as certainly the context of 6 consecutive green candles and at the upper Bollinger Band says to me that we're likely going to take a little bit of a breather. That's not bad, right? A big move off of the lows, over 25% in 18 days. Great. Now let's take a little bit of a breather, hold the EMA 8, and then we can go again, right? The band's pinching up. Maybe we get a bigger move come like, a couple weeks from now, mid-October, something like that. All right, so we'll keep you updated on that. Our next target primarily is on the weekly and the 3-day, the same damn target, 68K. We want to get that 3 white soldiers pattern on the weekly and, put in a higher high on the 3-day. Big things start to happen. Already, we're knocking on the door of taking out this high, that would be our first higher high since March. Major things, right? This candle closes today, folks. We better hope for a higher close than 64,157. That's where we closed. If we do that, the odds shift much more bigly that the bulls are showing up. All right, let's get to our quote of the day. The past always looks better than it was. It's only pleasant because it isn't here. We'll go with his word. We'll go with it. Car of the day. The new, revamped, highly awesome Lamborghini Countach LP 800. Here we go. Just happen to have an orange one right here. How about that? There's the back. Great design. I like this better than the Temerario, the new one. You've seen that one. Not really a fan of that one. But this one, great. Still got the vertical doors. I didn't have the doors up. Shame on me. There we go. All right. That's that. Hopefully you found this video helpful. I will see you on the next one. Happy Thursday.